Hello, everyone. Joy Reitzel here, and welcome to my YouTube program, Joy to Your Health. And this is my world of beauty, health, and nutrition. And as a disclaimer, I am not a doctor, but I am a certified advocate of beauty, health, and nutrition. And please feel free to reach out to me at any time. If you have a question or a comment, you can reach out to me at tableofgod2u@gmail.com. Again, tableofgod, the number 2, the letter U at gmail.com. So I want to begin with first my passion, why I'm here. Why am I sharing this today? Okay. Well, of course, for awareness of beauty, health, and nutrition. All right. But I want to start with my passion. My passion and desire is that we all are knowledgeable about beauty, health, and nutrition. And not only knowledgeable, but practice this as a lifestyle. And I know for me, I had to maintain a healthy lifestyle. In order for me to do that, I had to make certain changes. So we're going to be talking about today weight loss and managing your weight, having a healthy metabolism, healthy weight loss. And for me, over the years, in order for me to maintain a healthy weight, because like you and I, we both have had challenges, I'm sure we all have, with weight. But for me, my challenges were to maintain a healthy weight, to maintain a really good, healthy metabolism. So as far as my life is concerned, over the years, when I went to my doctor's appointments, and even one recently, I noticed that the doctor would always say, I've maintained within, 2 to 3 pounds of weight loss or weight gain, never excessive in gaining weight either time. And I attributed that to a healthy lifestyle, choosing to live a healthy, nutritious lifestyle on an ongoing daily basis. All right. For me, it became my life. OK, so that's what I attribute the maintaining of my weight. Thank God through that. OK, and I base all of that on a certain model that I live by. And that is that food is medicine. And I truly believe that. And I've mentioned in my previous program that food is medicine. And I get that model, food is medicine, from a famous father of Western medicine called Hippocrates. And his famous quote was, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." And that's what I want to share with you on today, that food is truly medicine. All right. It's very medicinal. All right. Food is what we need from the earth that God has given for us to maintain a healthy weight and have optimal health and a healthy lifestyle. All right. So that's what we're basing this upon. OK, because that's my passion and desire, that we're all aware and are knowledgeable that we can maintain a healthy weight, have a wonderful, healthy lifestyle, managing excellent weight, not gaining or losing weight rapidly, but maintaining a healthy weight and a healthy metabolism. So we're going to talk about that on today. I'm going to share with you from my heart and passion those things to help you in your everyday life. So I want to begin first with what I talked previously about is the process of detoxification. I want to base that upon what we're about to talk about as far as weight loss is concerned. Detoxification and weight loss go hand in hand. You cannot have a successful weight loss without proper detoxification, and that being your lifestyle. I mentioned before that detoxification or detoxifying the body is the process of primarily the kidneys, liver, and the skin to filter out and eliminate toxins and harmful substances from the body. We all know that in our diet, the sad American diet that's all around us in today's society is full of toxins and full of harmful substances that need to be filtered out and eliminated from our body completely, excreted from our bodies as best as possible. If not, we'll have chronic inflammation, disease, and all types of sicknesses. And that's what we don't want. So I want to lay that foundation first, that detoxification is very important and vital to our lives. We must get out and eliminate all those things that hinder and block nutrient absorption, which is very critical for our bodies to have optimal health. We must have the necessary nutrients to have a successful, healthy lifestyle. All right. So that's first and foremost. So it's important to know that. And once you have detoxified the body of those heavy metals, those harmful genetically modified materials, food-like products, and ultra processed foods, okay? Those things that harm the body. When you fully detoxify it through herbs and teas and other things that I've mentioned before to clean out your body and reboot the body, then you can have a successful weight management in your life, successful weight loss. If that's what you're desiring. You can have that healthy, strong, energized metabolism, okay? A healthy weight. So yes, you can have that. But while we all know that the problem in our society, we can see all around us, the biggest problem is that there's temptations everywhere. There's cravings for sugar and fast food, so many fast food restaurants. There's cravings in the ads we see on our phones, TVs, everywhere, billboards, about processed meals, ultra processed foods, even snacking in between meals, excessive eating. These are all the problems we see in our society on a daily basis. Excessive eating, eating too late, the wrong types of foods, foods that bring in harmful chemicals and substances and not even real food into our bodies, that our bodies do not recognize even as food because it's not real food, it's fake food. So we want to take into that consideration that it's everywhere, even in the types of oils and fats that we consume on a daily basis, bringing too many calories into the bodies, the wrong types of fats, trans fats that are very highly inflammatory in the body, as well as the wrong types of oils, seed oils such as canola oil, sunflower oil, cottonseed oil are all dangerous, and vegetable oils are dangerous for our bodies and full of synthetic and genetically made materials. All right, not real. Like having chemistry in your body, it's just chemistry. Like synthetic harmful materials going into your body that aren't real. All right. So we know those wrong oils and wrong fats, when they enter our bodies, they will cause very detrimental effects within the body. All right. Which is very chronic inflammation. So these wrong types of foods and oils are highly inflammatory. They don't do good for the organs in our bodies. They bring, death and disease and destruction to our organs. So we want to make sure we understand that, and it's everywhere. We know that. And another chemical that is everywhere that people, are constantly bombarded with is sugar. Sugar is another problem in our society. Too much sugar and the wrong types of sugar. The type of sugar I'm talking about is ultra processed, chemically made sugar. All right. That's genetically modified, not real. It's not what the body can recognize and digest properly because it's the wrong type of sugar. It's dangerous chemicals. And we should, instead of using the regular table sugar that we see everywhere, we should consume products like stevia leaf extract sugar, okay? That type of sugar, or cane sugar, all right? Other healthy sugars are out there, but there's so many as opposed to the table sugar that we've been given all our lives that brings about so much inflammation in the body, okay? So we want to be aware of those types of sugars, all right? That is a problem in our society, and it is very addictive, all right? People have sugar cravings that is addictive, so it becomes a food addiction or a sugar addiction, all right? Which damages the body and causes weight gain, problems with weight loss, okay? So sugar everywhere is a very, very serious problem we have to deal with and talk about, okay? And we're talking about that today. We're going to get to the bottom of this, what happens when we consume too much sugar, and ways to combat that problem. So we want to be aware of that. It's a very bad problem in our society, and as well as overconsumption of food. Eating too much, consuming too much. And when we eat too much, the wrong types of foods and consume it on a daily basis, it brings problems to our bodies, mainly the liver. Like I said in the previous program, our livers have over 500 functions. It is very important to keep our livers healthy, all right, and strong, and at its best, because the liver is what's responsible for the vital systems in our body, such as breaking down food, breaking down the fats, removing toxins. The liver has so many benefits to our bodies. We want to keep it strong and healthy. But these types of foods, highly processed foods full of sugar, wrong oils, trans fats, hydrogenated oils, all bring about a fatty liver or a cirrhosis-filled liver, a liver cirrhosis where the liver is dying, it's not receiving the right nutrients to sustain our bodies. So maintaining a healthy liver is extremely important. And also, of course, all the organs in our body, but the liver is primarily one of the most important organs. And thank God it can always regenerate itself. If it gets damaged, it can be regenerated, all right? So you can have a healthy liver. So be encouraged with that. And when you have a healthy liver, you're going to have weight loss. you're not gonna have those problems with weight gain as you did in the past, okay? A healthy liver equals a healthy lifestyle. So let's focus on that. Let's keep that in mind to keep our bodies very healthy, our liver strong, free from fatty liver, cirrhosis, like I said, and then just having problems with the liver. So we want to keep our liver strong. And if we don't take this into consideration, all these things, and don't remove these types of products from our lives, from consuming these products, this will all lead to chronic inflammation throughout the whole body, and it'll affect our joints, our mobility, our movement. It will affect, how we get around. It can cause arthritis in the body. All types of things can happen from too much sugar, inflamed foods full of the wrong chemicals, full of sugar, excess sugar, fats, and oils. So it can all bring about chronic inflammation in our arteries in our bodies, bringing about heart disease, cardiovascular disease, okay, cancer, high blood pressure, and digestive issues, okay? I'm going to talk more about that extensively very soon. Talk more about digestive issues, okay, how that can come about as well. And all of this can lead to, of course, diabetes, type 1 and type 2 diabetes, having high blood sugar, problems with insulin, problems with keeping your blood sugar down. All of these things happen when we take in the wrong types of foods, these types of foods that inflame the body. We don't want an inflamed body. We want a healthy, operating body. We want a healthy flowing body full of optimal health, okay, and healthy nutrition. So we want to talk about those things, all right? And some of the digestive issues I want to mention to you today are, that we've all heard, and some of you can relate to this as well. IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, is a problem many people have within the gut, all right, digestive issues. And before I continue on with more of those issues, I want you to understand, we all should understand, is that health and healing all begins and ends with the gut. That's very important. We have a healthy gut, you have a healthy body. So everything points to your gut. Everything begins and ends with the gut, all right? Your healthy lifestyle. So that's what I make sure that's very clear. You want a strong, healthy gut lining, healthy gut microbiome, really good gut bacteria rather than the wrong gut bacteria in your body, okay? So I'm going to talk more about these digestive issues now. So I mentioned IBS. Also, acid reflux, a problem with too much acidity in the gut, all right? Not enough alkaline, healthy foods in the body. So acid reflux, not having proper digestion, all right? And also having a leaky gut where the nutrients, you get holes in the lining of your gut, which prevents nutrient absorption, because now the thing that shouldn't be in your body are leaking into your body because you have a leaky gut. The lining's not strong in your gut, in your stomach. So you don't want to have a leaky gut. And that's very common among many Americans, is having problems in the digestion because of leaky gut, holes in the gut. We want to patch those up, have a strong, healthy gut lining. All right, I'm going to talk more about foods that do that. Also, many people get cramping and bloat in the body, gas in the body. Okay, there's an imbalance. There's something wrong. Your body's saying to you, I'm full of too much toxins. I need to be detoxified. Your body will let you know when from these symptoms that something's wrong. There's a balance that's off, okay? You're not giving enough nutrition to combat all the things that are in there that need to come out, all those toxins, okay? So like I mentioned earlier, the problem is, and what it leads to, like we talked about, is an addiction for these types of foods, these cravings. And what's really happening is, there's things in a lot of people's bodies that's craving these foods, such as parasites. They want those sugary foods. They want you to eat those types of foods. All right. They want you to eat those bad foods. You wonder why you get what they call that? A sweet tooth. Is because your body's craving, or what's in you is craving those sweets, those sugary foods, okay? Parasites. We talked about eliminating those parasites in my previous program, okay? Through the herbs I mentioned before. The herbs such as wormwood and black walnut hull and oregano oil and other types of herbs that kill off those parasites and get rid of them from your body. Food grade diatomaceous earth, one of the things I did mention earlier as well. How to rid your body of those parasites and pinworms that block nutrient absorption. All right, that's the culprit. That's what's wanting you or driving you to get those types of sugary foods. You're craving it. You can't be without it. All right. So we want to talk about those cravings. We want to get that under control. And if we don't, like I said earlier, get this under control and maintaining our weight and eating proper foods, Ultimately, it will lead to obesity. Over 70% of Americans are obese, overweight. We want to avoid that problem. We want to prevent that from happening. Prevention is very important because an ounce of prevention is a pound of cure. We want to prevent that from happening. Of course, ultimately death. We don't want that. So we want to not have these things come about in our lives, in our bodies, and they can be prevented. It's all preventable when you change what you eat, when you change your lifestyle. All right, everything revolves around our daily practice, okay? What we consume on a daily basis, what we choose to eat, what we choose to take into our bodies, all right? And so now we're going to talk more about, all right, what I really wanted to get to, all right, how we can combat these problems, how it can be remedied of these problems, the solution to these problems with weight, having to have weight loss and being overweight and trying to maintain a healthy metabolism. We're going to talk more about this. All right, now I'm going to get to the solution. The number one thing that I found for myself, and I believe it will help you, is this. When you want to achieve weight loss, when you want to achieve healthy lifestyle when it comes to your weight, the first thing is to be determined and disciplined in your spirit, in your mind, in yourself, that I can do this and I'm going to do this. You have to have a determined and made up mind that I'm going to do this and I can do this and I will get it done. Be disciplined. Have an attitude of determination and discipline. All right. Discipline yourself to not choose those things that are going to harm your body, to love yourself, love your body, and put in your body what's going to nourish the body. Okay, so you're disciplining yourself, you're loving yourself, you're keeping yourself inspired, okay, and motivated with lots of support that you can do this. You can maintain this healthy lifestyle. You can achieve the weight loss you're wanting to achieve, the goals you wanted to reach. You can do that. It comes to motivation, encouraging yourself. All right. Talk to yourself, encourage yourself, stay inspired, say, I can make it, I can do this. So that's number one. Get that in your mind, in your spirit, in your attitude, and what you speak and say, and how you view yourself. Be determined that you can achieve this, and you will. And I believe that, and I believe in you. All right. And like I did believe in myself that I could do this. Okay. And I could maintain weight, especially being over the age of 40, approaching 50. So I had to make sure that I maintained my weight, because many women at this age, doctor told me, usually put on lots of weight when you get to past 45, approaching 50, which I am. I'll be 50 in July. So it's common to put on lots of weight around this time, around this age. Okay, so just know that you can do it. You can make it. All right. Okay, so next thing, deciding to change your lifestyle, make the right choices. Okay, after you got in your mind, your spirit that I can do this, now it's time to put it into action. All right, let your words speak for you. Your actions speak for you, not just your words. Okay, so you're determined to eat to live, not just live to eat. You're determined to make those choices. Okay, I know that my health is my wealth. I can make it. I can do this. So now let's put it into practice. Choosing real foods over fake foods, genetically modified, synthetically mechanicalized foods. You're choosing real foods, whole foods, natural remedies. And also, you're choosing to hydrate yourself every day, drinking enough spring water bottled at the source, getting enough water in your body in order to detoxify those harmful substances. So drinking lots of water, staying hydrated. Dehydration is a very serious problem. You don't want to be dehydrated. So stay hydrated. Drink lots of spring water. Also, what can help you as well is in order to maintain a healthy weight, all right, and good metabolism is incorporating from time to time intermittent fasting. And what intermittent fasting is, choosing not to eat from during a certain period of time, whether it be but when you go to bed till the next time, I guess when you wake up, not to eat till 12 or 1 o'clock. You took all that time to not eat. So your body's rebooting itself, rebuilding itself. Okay, it's autophagy. Your cells are now being rejuvenized, being able to be rebuilt and made healthy, getting rid of those toxins. It's detoxifying during those times of fasting. Your body is getting much more healthy, okay? Much more stronger, full of energy, all right? So intermittent fasting is very important to incorporate into a daily lifestyle or weekly or monthly basis, all right? Which I do and will do more of. Intermittent fasting is so good for your body. When you're not eating, your body totally rejuvenates itself. The organs operate in smooth, operate appropriately, and everything runs more smoothly when you're not eating this much. You're taking a break from food. All right, your body needs that for the cells to be rebuilt, for the cells to maintain health. Okay, all right. So intermittent fasting. Like I said, healing the gut. Our gut is, most of the people in our society don't have a healthy gut. So you want to get a good healthy gut, good healthy lining, good gut bacteria, probiotics and prebiotics in your body. Very critical, very important. All right, I can't stress that enough. Getting enough pre and probiotics in the body, which is good gut bacteria, more than the bad bacteria, which is in our bodies, our guts. So you want to eat more foods that are fermented, like sauerkraut, or foods that are fermented, like, apple cider vinegar with the mother. Okay. You want to get foods like that in your system. It gives you good gut bacteria, as well as Greek yogurt, really good, full of lots of probiotics your body needs, your gut needs in order to have good gut bacteria. When you have good gut bacteria, you're able to absorb nutrients better. You're able to have proper digestion of your food. And then get from those foods the nutrients, amino acids, the minerals your body needs to thrive for optimal health. Okay, so you want to get those kind of foods. Green apples are really good for your body as well. Green apples are really good for weight loss. Okay, coupled with pineapples, I've learned during my research. All right, pineapples, green apples are really good for lowering your blood sugars and maintaining good weight, having a healthy gut. I encourage you to consume these types of foods on a daily basis. I also want to mention to you the importance of getting sea moss, or sea moss, which is a sea moss vegetable, a sea vegetable rather. It is algae. Getting sea moss into your body is a very important type of food that we need to consume on a daily basis. It has so many benefits. All right. It actually has 102 minerals